And we are live. Welcome back to another presentation of my executive contributors to Preeminence Magazine. This is an introduction to each one of these amazing ladies all over the world who are helping to create this incredible new women's high performance platform. Each one with their area of expertise, each one with their own topics, their own, and I have been very, very fussy about who I bring into this magazine to represent really the creme de la creme of expertise and relevant expertise in this new paradigm, this new decade of small business. So today it is my absolute joy to introduce you to somebody who I have been working with for a very long time in various ways. And she is also on my team. She's not just a contributor, she's actually on my team in the magazine. She has her own business. She has her own incredible story. We've been friends for many years and she's brilliant. And I would love to introduce you to the amazing Catherine Carey.
Hi, Jenny. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited about being here and being on the House of Preeminence. Big thrill.
So I know that you're in transition with what you're doing at the moment. So just explain to us that transition, that what's unfolding for you from your millinery business into what's happening now.
Sure. Well, it's very much living the life of preeminence, because preeminence is all about really living your best life, really being not settling for standard quo, but going much higher. At least that's what I've been getting from studying it. And that's exactly what I did. A lot of times it takes really big steps, big, bold steps, and big, hard decisions. And my hardest decision was I was a millinery designer in New York City, living in a fabulous city, doing fashion, really loving what I was doing and successful at it to a level. But I wasn't able to scale up from where I was. And it just wasn't good enough. It wasn't quite what I wanted. And so I made a big leap last year, and I went from New York City all the way to the desert to just separate myself from that rat race and regroup. And I ended up having to change out of my hat business too, because where I was at, I was hand making everything, and it physically hurt after making 1,000 hats. In 10 years, it just physically hurts. So this year has been a year of transition, and every step I take, I'm really just keeping that preeminent vibe to it, because I know I want more, and I know I'm ready for more. And what I've decided to do is take all the years of expertise that I have. I've been a working artist and a selling artist since I was 21, and I'm 51 now. And I'm using that to help other entrepreneurs shine as bright as they can, because there's a lot of years of ups and downs, and if I can help somebody stay up and not go down, that's my goal. So that's where I'm at now.
So you're also walking your talk into a principle that the magazine stands for, which is living your own unique truth as a business model, and not settling for any kind of cookie cutter model. So one of the things that Preeminence stands for is not being like just a consultant, or just a milliner, or just an expert, a branding expert, or just a marketing agency. Is that we are multifaceted and multi-potentialite, and that we really can succeed, as making a living, being ourselves, and having a lot of fun. And you do it so gracefully.
Well, sometimes. I strive to be graceful, and that's really that preeminent life. As we were talking about the other day, it is a lot of work, and it's not the easiest road, but it's really rewarding, and the truth is we do have, we're not just one-sided. So, being able to tap yourself into the pockets where you fit and shine, not just fit, but like you actually embody it and you just shine. That's really what it's about. So yeah, it's definitely a broader picture. Like for instance, in my world, my hats are coming back, but now I'm working into having somebody manufacture them. So I'm able to bring them forward because I have clients that are wanting them, but I'm not having to physically do them. But that's just one small part, you know, and being able to help somebody in their business go from where they are to the next level is a different part. So yeah, it's a great road, you know, and it is about really keeping my standards really high, including who I work with. That's a big one, you know. Not everybody is who I need to work with.
No, absolutely. You're talking, we're talking about
yeah.
ideal clientele. So what do you see as the climate, the entrepreneurial climate for small, you know, for the small business owner or people transitioning from corporate into being an entrepreneur? Because I know you work with creatives as well. So what do you see as the main challenges, you know, for startups, for fledgling businesses, even for just small businesses that have been going a few years? What do you see as the challenges?
Well, one of the challenges is that there's this concept that we have to do things for free in order to get paid later, and I know that everybody who's going to be reading this magazine totally understands that, because we're saturated with it. Once you sign up for one thing, you end up on everybody's list and you start getting all these free things. And it's a twofold thing, like on the level of, as the entrepreneur who's looking for clients, it's a lot of time and energy and money to create these free things. And as the person who's the entrepreneur looking to learn, you start tapping into everything that you can see that's available for free, but you're not really investing in yourself. You're not really making the actual investment. And energetically, it's really important to invest in yourself, because when you start to put money into yourself, into what you believe in, that's when the universe is like, oh, she's actually going to do it. You know, she's not just tapping her fingers into it. So that market, it's just really saturated right now. It's like every other, when I scroll my feeds, every other thing is a free thing. It's something. And I just think about all the entrepreneurs putting things out, you know. Sometimes they work for sure, but it's like this idea that we have to do it. And it bothers me. So that's something I'm really working on in my own business. And coming from a fashion business, it's the same in the fashion field too. Like we're supposed to give our stuff to the celebrities so that they wear them. But in reality, like, who can afford your stuff more than a celebrity? You know? So I've always had sort of a wall up against that. But I think that's a positive thing, because I think it really can throw people off. People can spend so much time working on their freebie that they don't work on their business. So that's kind of one of the things I'm really trying to do. I'm trying to get my clients, before they're my clients, to just invest in themselves, you know, just a little bit, because it's just opens the door to really doing better and really doing more things. And
I love that point that you brought up. And I also see a knock-on effect of, first of all, people are expecting things for free. They expect things to be free, and that it's actually devalued a lot of education, and a lot of information has been devalued, because you know that you can go, you know, you can Google practically anything and you'll find a free offer or a class or a masterclass on it somewhere. So the knock-on effect of that is that it means that we as entrepreneurs, we've got to make sure that what we put out there has a really high value. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's forcing us to make sure that our offers are really totally solution orientated, you know, for our niche, that we really are serving our ideal clients.
Mm-hmm, exactly. And it's really like, and just having them, it's getting all that information, and the reality is, like, we all sign up for I sign up for them too, but I can tell you, out of 10 webinars that I might sign up for, Do I remember everything? Absolutely not. It's just kind of like it goes in your head and out because you're just kind of absorbing it, but you're not really absorbing it. You're just sort of letting it flush through you. So it really, it's, I find that when I pay for something, when I've actually paid for, I will take notes. I will immediately implement because there's already value there. And it is, we've kind of created our own monster in the entrepreneur world because of this concept of having to have this, you need their email, so get them something free to sign up for kind of thing. And we've created the monster because we are the monster. You know, it's kind of funny. It's like the entrepreneur, we help entrepreneurs, but at the same time, we are entrepreneurs. So it's sort of this really, it's a cycle that I look forward to seeing break. And I always try to guide whoever I'm working with to have some value in themselves too, like hold strong to their value. I tend to help them raise their prices. They fight me on it all the time, but coming from a place of having to pay my rent with my work, you know, I need it to be, and I know what I'm bringing to the table. I need it to be at a level that it covers everything. So yeah, I think that's just, I look forward to that changing. And that's one of the things that I want to bring forward to the House of Preeminence, you know, just ways to like have that value in yourself, ways to use your time wisely so that you're not wasting it. Just really clear-minded entrepreneurhood. You know, that's really, I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, so we've kind of started to move into what I wanted to talk about next, but one point that you brought up was this, you want to stop a pattern, and House of Preeminence is all about pattern interrupt. It's all about pattern interrupt because there's an awful lot of things out there that aren't working and that are, you know, and that are a lot of BS actually as well. So we really are about stating that there are new ways and other ways to move forward into up-leveling your life, into up-leveling your business. So pattern interrupting is definitely, you know, the status quo kicking is definitely in the vibe of the vibe du jour. So just give us a little kind of sneak peek as to what kind of things that you're going to be contributing to the magazine. I know you've got a nice juicy thing on productivity to start with, which is something that we all need to keep learning. What else generally are you bringing to the magazine?
Oh, absolutely. Well, yeah, the first article that I have out is really about how to kind of control the monkey mind that we all have, where we're 1,000 places at once, and how to kind of just really get things done. Because the bottom line as an entrepreneur is if you don't get it done, you don't have a business. So that's really, I want to come out from the gate with something super practical because I like a mix of practicality and fabulous style. So that is sort of where I sit. But I also look forward to bringing forward ways to have an office du jour. I'm a big fan of having my office be in some place that's luxurious and feels fabulous, whether it's in nature or at a hotel resort or just by the poolside. But I find that if I set myself in a place of beauty and excitement and luxury, my mindset for my work is so much better. So I'm really about working from wherever in a big way, and bringing my people into that to see. You know, I always make sure I'm showing people what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and getting them excited about doing that. So I definitely want to bring some of that in, and as well, just also really shining yourself as your own person. You know, it is about how you dress. It is about how you show up. And when I'm traveling, I want to make sure that I'm going to be showcasing that. I showcase that anyways. It's like, that's just who I am. So I had the best compliment I had was I was in New York City over Christmas, and some random man on the street that we were talking to, my friend and I were talking to at a bus stop. He was an actor, you know, I'd been in the business for a long time. And he was talking about how New York City had lost its characters. And he's like, I remember you. I went into the shop that you were at. I remember you. You're one of those characters, you know, and he's like, you know, that's so important to New York. And I thought, you know, that's so kind of awesome to have somebody who's a random stranger actually know who you are, remember you, you know, remember how you are, like, and to give you that compliment of like, that's an important thing. So I want to bring that forward too, because I think it's really important. Everybody has style, you know that, because that's something that you offer to the world too, and so important. So I want to back you up on that wherever I can, for sure.
Yeah, and you pinpointed one of the glorious seven principles, which is distinction, is when you know, like, screw visibility, just being visible. We want to make our readers and people who aspire to be preeminent unforgettable, so that you do, people remember you.
Yeah. I mean, I never forget that, because I'm like, that was probably the best thing. And here I left New York and I came back and I'm still, and I just thought, well, I made my statement in New York, you know. I mean, I've made my mark. I'm there. I'm marked there. So that's a good thing. So I look forward to bringing those kind of things to the magazine. Just, you know, I'm all about inspiration and inspiring and being inspired. So that's kind of the level that I want to be at.
Fabulous.
Good.
So how do you, what does preeminence mean to you? It's interesting, with two of my other contributors both mentioned the word superior, which never occurred to me. So what does preeminence mean to you?
Well, it really, when I think about it, I just kind of think of it like, it's like the highest level to me. That's when I think of preeminence, I'm thinking of the highest level. Like, what is the best life I can give myself? What is the highest, how far can I go up, you know? And I don't know that is ever something reachable. I think it's something that you continue to reach for, because when you get to there, there's always the next level. And I say that in a good way. Like, it's a really good golden carrot to keep going forward. And it keeps you from being cookie cutter. It keeps you from just accepting what's not really that acceptable to you. A lot of us end up in that situation. So for me, it's kind of like, it's just that it is really like the North Star that you just keep kind of going towards. And it is about being the ultimate expert. I kind of think of it like, sometimes you can hear about a musician's musician, or a designer's designer. It's like you're the expert's expert, you know, like you're the person that the experts are going to go to, kind of feeling. So that's when I think of preeminent, I think of like, I want to be continually moving forward to be the best that I can be, so that I'm the best of the best, so that the best come to me because I'm the best. So that's the general idea.
That is exactly what preeminence is all about. And it is an aspirational aspirational model, like, you know, business and lifestyle model. And what we're also doing is that we're moving into a new model. In fact, we are reinventing the rules, actually. is rather than, you know, we're using a new vocabulary, even in the word preeminence, which is very unusual, and people have to go to the dictionary and check what it means. You know, it is. But then, don't, you know, wouldn't you like to be like that? That people have to check out what you stand for, because you stand out so much. You position yourself in your market so much. You're such an authority on your subject that people have to go and check you out, because there you are. So you describe perfectly what preeminence means, and it is aspirational, it is inspirational. We are taking people with us, obviously, and it is practical as well. It's not just idealistic. Right. But oh my God, do we ever need some new ideals to, you know, to pull us forward out of this kind of big gray homogenous mass that is online marketing and online, you know, social media and distraction and stuff. Is we need something shiny and sparkly and powerful.
Yes, we definitely need to be inspired, because it's as you know, it's a lot of work to be an entrepreneur. It's a lot of work to keep all of it running, and it has to be fresh. I mean, there's just it just has to be fresh. I think of it in the fashion sense. Fashion has to keep staying fresh, you know. It's like there's classics, that you have in your wardrobe that are timeless. And those are like principles in business that are timeless. But if you really want to stand out, you need something, you know, to be a fresh take on it, is really going to be what is going to be in all the reviews as something amazing. So yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think we've been around. I'm so thrilled to have you as my right hand lady, and to be doing this project with you. So we look forward to the first issue.
I'm so looking forward to it. Thank you, Jenni.
You're welcome. Speak to you soon.